I want to talk about the colour wheel. And it used to confuse. I never understood it. I thought it was a sort of magical thing. We never got taught this in school. We never got taught colours as such. The Americans seem to get taught it all the time. They get in the primary school. They get taught about colours. I don't know what happens to our schools. I don't know what they're like now. But anyway, I just want to take the mystery out of it, because it's not really mysterious. It's very complicated to look at. But what it is, I bought this, I think it was about £4 or £5. It's American, because you can tell by the colour wheel, because there's no U in the colour. Not that it makes any difference. And it's like a plasticky feel to the outside. It's got a plasticky feel on both sides. It feels a bit flimsy, but I think it'll do the job. And it's got 3 pieces to it, 1, 2 and 3, and there's 2 sides, but I'm going to explain one side at a time, so I'm hoping that you'll understand it. And I've got some little markers on me. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but I've got little markers there so I don't go out of focus, because I'm terrible at going out of focus. And I've made an effort this time. I've put my camera in the a static camera I've got. Anyway, I won't mess about with that. What you've got on it, in fact, on the outer circle is 12 colours. And 3 of the colours are what they call primary or pure colours. That means that these 3 colours, you mix these 3 colours to make every other colour that there is. And when I talk about colours, I'm talking about red, yellow and blue. There is another thing called red, green and blue, which is for TV monitors. So the green and the blue make the yellow when you put them together. How will they do that? It doesn't. We're not concerned with that here. But when they put the two, when they shine light, a green and a blue light together in a circle on each other, you can see it turn yellow in the middle. And the other one is the CMYK, which is it's printer's ink. It's a printer's thing, and it means cyan, magenta, yellow, and the K stands for black, because if you put a B in, it won't be understood. It'll go for blue. So they put K for black. So that's it. Red, yellow, and blue. Red, green, and blue. CMYK. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. But we're only interested in red, yellow, and the blue. So we're interested in the red one here, and the yellow one here, and the blue one here. And so that's the outer circle. And what happens is, if you mix red with yellow, you get orange. And if you mix yellow with blue, I'm going out of shot here, red with blue, you get green. And if you mix blue with red, you get violet. So there's your secondary colours. And the tertiary colours, which just means the third colours, they become orange, yellow, orange, because you're mixing orange, red. Yeah, you mix a primary with a secondary, and you get a yellow orange. Yellow with green, and you get a yellow green. Green with blue, and you get a blue green. I hope I'm not going out. I'm going out of shot. I can say I am here. I've got the camera on one side. And blue with violet, and you get a blue violet. So that adds up to 12 colours. You've got 12 colours then. So you've got 3 primaries, which is red, yellow, and blue, and then you've got 3 secondaries, which are made from the red, yellow, and blue, which are green, orange, and violet. And then from the red, the green, the yellow and orange, and the blue and violet, you get yellow green, blue violet, red orange, and yellow orange, and they're all on here. Red orange, it's on the outside, so you can see what they're mixing up to. I don't want to spend too long on that because a lot of people have gone into this and they've gone on better things than me. And there is another value sheet on it, which is the bottom one, which I call the grayscale, and it starts off at number 1 here, and it goes well, number 1 actually is the black one, the very black. I've got, and the value 10 is very white, actually white. I'm keep looking at this bloody camera so I can see that I'm in view here. So it goes from very white to lighter to darker, 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 darker. That's value 1, 2, the value 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And with these, now you've got this, what you can do is you can if you look along the top, it's the thing is now split. So it's got, if you add red, you get a certain colour. If you add yellow, you get a certain colour. If you add blue, you get a certain colour. Add white, you get a certain tint. Add black, you get a certain tone. Yeah. And the way I remember these is it's tones, tints and shade. And the easy way of remembering it, if you can remember a hint of tint, or a tint of hint, or a hint of tint, that is the white. That's adding white. And the other two is tone, and tone is the same letters as grey. So G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y becomes tone. So if there's 4 letters in tone and there's 4 letters in grey, and in shade there's 4 letters in black and there's 4 letters in shade. So if you want a shade, it's in black. This is how I remember it. A shade is black because it's got the same amount of letters, and the tone is adding grey, because G-R and A-Y is 4 letters. I hope that's clear. It's something I just thought up by myself today. I haven't seen it anywhere else, so if it's anywhere else I do apologise. And what you can do then is, the grayscales, you see things better in grayscales actually. So if you look at this now, and you go to white, and you squint your eyes and you look at yellow, the white on the yellow here, if it's too bright, turn it down to the next one, number 9. And if it looks right, well, I think white, the highest colour for that is the white one. So yellow goes with the number 10. So the shade of grey on that would be the white. And then if you look at yellow green and half close your eyes, well, it might be, yeah, it might be a 9. It's a 9 or a 10 on yellow. And yellow green, if you half close your eyes, is about a 7 to me. And the green itself, if you half close your eyes, a 7 is too bright, and a 9, a 6 is about right. If you look at it, if you squint and look at the wheel, if you've got a wheel, you can see that. So you're looking at grey. So if this was in black and white, this would come out as value 6, that would come out as value 7, that would come out as value 9 or 10. That's how you work the grayscales. So when you're looking to do pencil drawings and you want to see how heavy it is or how dark it is, you put these values in, and then you work down to your values with your pencil. I don't want to go into that, but that's how it works basically. So that's how you can change a colour into a grayscale. Oh, I change a colour into a grayscale anyway. The other thing is that on the top here, if you add red, add yellow, add blue, add white and add black, if you add red to red, you get red. If you look at this here, I'm looking at this point here now, so I'm looking at the red. I've gone up thingy again. I will do that. If you look at the red and you mix red with red, you get red. But if you turn it around to the red orange now and you add red, this is the colour you get, which isn't a red. And you add red to orange, you get this, and you add red to yellow, you get orange. So this is how you work out your colours. And yellow to yellow, so they're two different colours in actual fact. You probably can't see it on the camera, but they are slightly different. Red to green, you get this colour. I'm just still using this one and the top one, that one and that one. Red to green, you get this colour, which is like a mauvey colour. And then red to blue green, you get this colour. Red to blue, you get violet, and so on. And you can mix the next one. Yellow to green, you get that one. Yellow to yellow green, you get that. See, look, yellow to yellow green. Green and yellow, you get this colour. Green and blue, you get this colour, and so on. The next one, if you add blue to yellow, you get green. We all know that. And green to yellow green, you get a lighter one. Green to blue, you get that colour. Green to blue, blue to green, blue green, you get that colour. Blue to blue, you get blue, obviously, and so on. And if you go the other way, you get blue to orange, you get like a grey colour, and so on. If you add white to yellow orange, you get this colour. So the thing is quite easy to use, in fact. If you add white to yellow, you get a tint. These are called tints. Tints. Yellow to yellow green, white to yellow green, and you get this tint. If you add black, which is a shade, remember black and shade have got the same amount of letters in. If you add black to yellow orange, you get this. I won't spend too long on this. If you add yellow to black, you get this colour. Yellow to green, and so on. So that's basically what's on this side of the wheel. In fact, it's got other things which you can which is self-explanatory. It's got the 12 colours on the outside. It's got the pure colours, the 3 pure colours. Then it's the primary colours. Then it's got 3 secondary colours, which are green, orange, and violet. So you've got red, yellow, and blue primary, and then you've got green, orange, and violet for secondary colours, and then you've got the other colours made up with a primary and a secondary colour to make your tertiary colours, which are red, orange, yellow, green, and so on. So that's self-explanatory on the outside of the wheel, and it tells you on the outside here what things are. And the other thing on the wheel is, which everybody tells you, they all jump into it, it's got a warm side and it's got a cool side. So, and it says on it what's warm and cool, and it's got up there, look, warm colours go this way, and it's got warm colours go this way, and then cold colours go the other way. So cool colours start at violet and end at yellow green, and warm colours start at yellow and end at red violet. So that's the thing sort of cut in half. It's as easy as that. And a hue, H-U-E, is just a colour. It just means colour. So that's a hue of yellow, of green, sorry, which is yellow and green. So that's just a hue of it. That is green, so that's the hue green. There are so many different types of green. Which green is it? I mean, you can make millions of different types of green. There are millions of variations, which are graduations on a colour. So if you tint it, which is a white, remember tint is white, tint, a hint of white, a tint is white, and a tone, which is grey, because that's got the same amount of letters in as grey, which you can work in graduations down and get your different colours. And then you've got a shade, which is a mixture of black, which you get your shades down again. So that's this side of the wheel then. So that's that basically is all there is to it. I mean, it's not all that complicated, and people use this to do quilts and to mix colours, to mix. You can't mix pastels with it, or coloured crayons or anything, or wax pencils or oil pencils. But you can do acrylics with it, and you can do watercolours with it, and you can mix oil paints. You get a good value on oil paints. So that's that side. If you turn it over, it's a very similar thing, but now they go on to complementary colours and things like this, which it confuses a lot of people, but really it's not all that confusing. And it's got on the top the illustration of colour relationships. And all you do is you line up this little arrow here with this colour here, and if you look on the side, it's even got, I don't know if you can see it there, it's got a tint. Well, you know a tint is mixed with white. A tone, well, that goes with grey because it's got the same amount of letters, so you mix grey with yellow and you get this colour. And you make a shade of black because it's got the same amount of letters as shade, and black have got the same amount, so that will make that colour if you mix black. How much you mix will make that a different colour. Obviously you make variations on this shade. It's not complicated, it's just, well, it is. You can mix as many of these tone shades and tints together to get with the yellow to make as many variations. There's millions. That's why there's so many colours. Anyway, so that's that. And if you look at it, it's got a little thing in the middle. This moves around, obviously. We're on the yellow, and it says that's a pure colour. So you're looking at a pure colour. What it means is it's just the colour, whatever the colour is, yellow and green, yellow and orange. So that is the base colour. You could have started at this colour for the pure colour if you wanted. You could have started here, but it makes no difference. And if you look up at the arrow, that whichever one of these you're interested in, whichever colour, so we take the top one as a matter of interest, and we want the complementary colour of that. It means the colour that goes with that. And if you follow the arrow down, there's another arrow there that goes straight down, and it goes to complementary. It says complementary on it. So the complementary to colour to yellow is violet. And the tint adding white will be that colour, so the tint on this one, yellow, will be that, and the colour, complementary colour for that tint will be this tint. And then you've got the tone, which is grey mixed with it, yellow, and that will be that colour, and this colour, they'll be complementary. And then of course at the bottom you've got black, and that will be complementary to that colour. And you can mix any variations of these, and the colours go on and on and on. It goes on about things like triads, which all it means is that if you look at this colour here, say you want this colour yellow and you want to mix another two colours with it to make it look good, you take the arrow pointer for the yellow, point it to whichever one you want. It can be anyone you want. You can mix anyone. I'm just pointing to yellow at the moment because it's the easiest, and I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it so you miss anything. You'll see that it goes down to a triad, and I'll go to triad. A triad, that means three colours. So the basic thing is you can mix three colours, but no more than 5. So there's your triad there for the colour of yellow, and any of these colours are complementary to yellow. Any of them are complementary to yellow in varying degrees. How you use them is up to you. So the main colour is, the complementary colour is violet, but you can actually go to reds or a blue. So you've got yellow, red and blue as the 3 primary colours there. So if you go to another one, yellow and green, we'll go to green. So the complementary colour to green is red. We know that, you learnt that at school. And then on your triad, your 3-way, you can use it up to between 2 and 5 colours, no more, no less. And here you've got here you've got from orange to violet, with red, violet, red and red, orange in between. And that's all there is to it. A split complementary means that you use the green and the two outside colours. So that's the main colour, which you're not going to use, but you're going to use red orange or red violet, which any of those will mix quite happily with the green in various stages. So that's how that is. So your complementary colours are directly opposite. Your triad colours are a main colour and any of the five. You can see there it's got triad on. It's an idiot's guide anyway. And there's tetrads. I'm not going to bother going into them because it's the same kind of thing. You can mix 4 colours. Is it 4 colours? Yeah, 4 colours. And there's different tetrads you've got on there. You've got 4 on there. So you can mix 4 colours. So if that's green and it goes down, your tetrad is there. So you can mix that one with that one and that one and that one. It's really quite easy. It's got Idiot's Guide to it. It's got the triad on there, split complementary, complementary, split complementary, triad. So as you move it around, you can see it working. There's another one called analogous, and that just means that any 3 colours that are next to each other will work. So if you've got green, blue green and yellow green will work. Let's change colours here. I seem to be stuck on this for a bit. So if you want red, the analogous colours for that would be red violet and red orange. They will work together quite nicely. And then you've got the varying shades, tints, tones and shades. I can't think of anything else. I think that's all there is to it. So I think that's the mysteries revealed. I mean, I can't think of anything. It's not all that technical. It's not technical. How you use it properly is something else. But I hope this has been beneficial to somebody. I mean, I found it quite mystifying, and I used to put it down and look at it and say, oh God, I'll never understand that. And really it's quite simple. I might have blathered on a bit, but it's getting there's things like there's values and intensities, but it tells you all that on the little thing. There isn't much to know. Once you've understood it, you can read the rest and understand it, and it's just a matter of remembering the words then. Primary colours, secondary colours, tertiary colours, the values of a thing, the intensities, the chroma, which is just a colour, or the saturation, the tints, the tones and the shades, and the neutral greys, which are made with black and white. So there's only three colours, red, yellow and blue, and then you've got black and white. You can't make white and you can't make red, yellow and blue, but you can make black. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I'll stop there and hope it's been some use. If anybody's got any questions, please go and ask somebody that knows what they're talking about. Anyway, I hope it's been some use to somebody. I'll stop there. And